Welcome to this SPSS video session. In this video session, we will learn how to do prediction of the dependent variable after running a linear regression. In other words, we will learn how to estimate the predicted values based on a linear regression. Let's see what we have here. We have three variables x, e and y. Let's not concentrate on y that e is, but we are interested in the variable x and the variable y. We will be running a linear regression of y on x. Therefore, the dependent variable is y and the independent variable is x. So, as usual, we go to analyze. From there, we go to regression. Now we are running a linear regression, therefore we choose linear. And as I told you, y is the dependent variable, so we select y and send it to the dependent box. We select x and send it to the independent box. Now if we just press OK, the regression output that we get consists of these four tables: the variables table, the model summary table, the ANOVA table, and the coefficients table. We have already seen this coefficients table in some detail in our class. Here is the estimated value of the intercept or the constant. Here is the estimated value of the slope coefficient, and the dependent variable is y, while the independent variable is x. Now, from this table in our class, we have seen how to create or write out the regression equation, and based on that regression equation, we have calculated some of the predicted values of the dependent variable given some values of the independent variable. But that is possible only when we have a couple of predicted values to calculate. Sometimes we want all the predicted values of the dependent variable. By all I mean for the entire sample. Here there are 49 plus 1, that is 50 observations. Therefore I want 50 predicted values of y for each of the values of x. Now the way we have done it from the regression equation manually will be very cumbersome, so we use SPSS to do this task for us. How to do that? We go to analyze again, and the regression, linear regression, y is already chosen as the dependent variable, x is chosen as the independent variable. Now instead of just straightforward going to OK, we now go to save. Now in save, once you press save, this linear regression save dialog box comes up, and here we can ask SPSS to do lots of things for us. For the time being, what we are doing is, I need the predicted values and I need the unstandardized predicted values, so I just select that. And if I want the residuals as well, I can click on unstandardized residuals. Once we have chosen that, see, there are lots of other things that we can calculate from the regression equation, but for the time being we don't need them. Therefore we are just limiting ourselves to the unstandardized predicted values and the unstandardized residual values. Once we have selected those two, we press continue and then we press OK. Now SPSS again gives us the tables, but at the same time it also gives us the summary table for the predicted values, residuals, standard predicted values, etc. Anyway, if we now go back to the data editor, that is the data view of the data editor, we will see that earlier we had only three variables, x, y and y. Now we have two more variables after running the regression and asking SPSS to calculate the predicted values and the residual values. Now this PRE1 are the predicted values. See, if I put the mouse, the cursor over the title name of the variable, it shows me what it is. It is the unstandardized predicted values. Similarly, if I put my cursor on res_1, it shows me that it is the unstandardized residual. Now to make it things easier for us, let's rename the predicted one as predicted y and just make residuals as residuals. Once we have done that, so now it is predicted y. So given the regression equation that we estimated by running a regression of y on x, the linear regression equation that we get, these are the predicted values for of y for each of these values of x. Now to confirm that this is the case, you might want to first write out the regression equation based on this regression output. That will be y hat is equal to 3.844 plus 5.552 multiplied by x. So the regression equation will be y hat is equal to 3.844 plus 5.552 multiplied by x. Now take couple of values of x, say 0.60 and 0.11. Now for these two values of x, calculate the predicted values of y. You will see that you will get values very close to 4.447 and 7.202. Do this as an exercise, and therefore these are the predicted values calculated by SPSS for us. These are given different names. You can just change the name as to y hat as well, if that helps you to understand that these are the predicted values. And these are the residuals. The residual is basically the actual y's minus the predicted values. So once you have calculated couple of these once you have calculated couple of these y hats, you can go ahead and see that if you subtract this y hat from y, you get this residual. Do that calculation as an exercise for a couple of these values. You will find that you actually get these residuals. So this is how we calculate the predicted values of the dependent variable and also the residuals using SPSS. I didn't put that A, therefore I have put that A now. Okay, thank you for watching this video.